Hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to create another method. This time, we're going to set the layer on off. So, the method that we're going to create is to set the layer off. So, let's get started. We can actually use this existing method here because all the line of code that we will be needing are already here. So let me just copy this over and then change the method name accordingly. So this time let me just call this as set layer on off, and let's apply the same for the method name. And we have the document object, the database, the transaction. These are all needed. So this line of code here, basically this is where we need to change the properties. So let me just get rid of all this. So now we have the scaffolding or the template for the method that we need for turning on or turning off the layer. So we are looping through the layer collection here. And once we find the MISC layer, this is the layer that we are going to turn off. But if the MISC layer is current, you cannot turn it off. So the first thing that we should do, once we get the layer table here, we should set let's say the layer 0 as the current layer. Then we can change the MISC layers setting for on or off. So you remember to make the layer as current. That will be coming from the database object. Then C layer. Then ly tab would be layer 0. So layer 0 now is our current layer. And now we are free to update any configuration for the layer MISC. So the same thing, we looped through the layer tab collection and we created a layer table record, and we validate the layer name, it's MISC. Then we have to upgrade open, execute the upgrade open method so that we can modify the properties of this layer. So all we need to do actually is lytr dat is off, this one here, equals true. And that's it. All we need to do is commit the transaction, and then of course change this message here. So let's say layer name has been turned off. And then we exit the for loop. And for the else statement, if we did not found, or we can make use of this, or we can just maybe write here that layer not found. You can provide any message you want here, but in this case it will just display layer not found until it find the layer MISC. Then this will be displayed. Anyway, just leave it as this one here. So the only change that we made on this method actually is this line of code here to set the layer 0 as the current layer. Then we execute this line of code to turn off the layer and change the messages here, and that's it. So let me save our project and then do another, oops, let me just close this AutoCAD. Do another rebuild. Okay, and then open up AutoCAD again. Okay, so net load. Select our plugin. So first let us check the layer. We don't have the layer MISC. So let us create the layer first by running the create layer method. Okay, now we have one here. Then we can now turn it off. So you notice that it is the current layer here. So by the time we run our new method, the set layer on off, the layer 0 will be the current and this one will be off. Okay, so let's do that. Set layer on off. So the messages that we have here, layer not found, and then MISC has been turned off. Need to provide here some spacing. Anyway, so if we check on the layer now, the layer 0 is the current layer and the MISC layer is now turned off. Okay, so that's how the code works. All you have to do is provide this line of code here, is off equals true or is on equals true if you want to turn it on. Is, oops, where's that? I mean that is off equals false if you want to turn it on. If you want to turn it off, then just set it to true. And that's the only change that you need to do. Okay, so play around with this method, give this a try and see how it goes. In the next video, we're going to create a method to freeze or thaw the layer. Okay, I'll see you there.